say, hey, I still remember, or you want to be left alone? Does this work?
To answer that question, we became overwhelmed the day that they murdered our family. So at this point, the only thing you can do is help. Just to hear that you even think about them. Darren Seals, we were very close. I know people probably, if they know me, we were always side by side. We organized a lot of actions and everything together, you know, so a lot of that is very dear to my heart. So just to hear that helps out a lot. Inbox, call, all of that right now is good. Sometimes I just might want to scream in your ear, you know, because I sit at home and I sit in the bed. You know, my husband, I know he's like, that's all she does is lay around in this bed. But, you know, you can't unsee what I've seen. So just to vent sometimes, or just to hear that you're thinking about it when I'm thinking about it, I thank you. I thank you. You can't bug me. You can't. So if you can get my number before we leave, that'll be fine. Thank you. I love you.
I'm Kwame Shakur with the Stolen Lives Movement. I know several of the mothers up here. I'm glad. I salute y'all for even having ones that's in dealing with situations where it's incarcerated ones that's innocent and the ones that's being killed by the police, because this is two sides of the same coin.
Right.
I'm a part of the IDOC Watch and the Stolen Lives Movement because there's the same fight. We're fighting the same system. So I'm glad that y'all brought both of these groups together so we can understand, learn from each other, and fight this same system together. Right. Because that's the only way we're going to win. And I know every time that y'all talk, it's hard for every last one of y'all, you know what I mean, to relive it and experience this. Some of the stories like you, I remember hearing about your story, and I've always believed you. And one thing I feel like within the movement, I'm talking to the choir here, I hope we have to start sticking together. And one of our biggest problems is that we have a lot of infighting amongst our own selves, and there's too many cliques. Right. There's too many people that's doing events, and it's just about events, but you ain't on here like Kim say, put boots on the ground. Yeah. You know what I mean? Because they killing us. It's a slow genocide happening across the country against all of us, black, brown, Native American, and even white people now. You dig what I'm saying? My main question, and before I say that, it's a quote that I go by, because I'm a survivor myself. I've been shot by the police, did 18 years in prison. I've been out 3 years now. And a lot of my friends in prison, they thought I was going to stop in prison, but I'm doing the same fighting out here because it's the same struggle. You know? So that's why this brother right here, you really stood out to me and touched me. I want to leave this quote before I ask you a question. I have this quote when I was in prison. I got it actually tatted on me. Come from the wretched of the earth, Franz Fanon. He said, every generation at a relative obscurity must discover its mission, fulfill it or betray it. Right. Every generation is asked that question. In the Civil War, what would you have done? Would you have fought to help free the slaves? You know what I mean? In the 60s, would you stood with the civil rights, the black liberation movement? Yep. I know I would have been a Panther. I know back in the days I would have been a Nat Turner or John Brown. But we're dealing with it right now. So that question is being asked to you and posed to you right now because they're committing genocide on us every single day. But we got to go in 2020 united as a united front. I'm glad that we're doing these type of events because we need to bring all these movements together. And having mothers on the front line is going to be so important because when we see they already sacrificed and now they sacrificing their bodies. You dig what I'm saying? That's going to give encouragement to a lot of the people out here that's on the sidelines. And they gonna be the next one if they ain't out here with us. You know what I mean? But my main question, because I've been dealing with this situation trying to get a couple of my guys out of prison. Leon Benson, he been in there 21 years for something he didn't do, and they know he didn't do it. I read his paperwork in prison. First person I read, I was like, dang, bro, they even know who did it. How you in here? You know what I mean? Royal Amos. Another guy, his girlfriend was carrying his baby, murder, gunned down. He's in another state, and they charged him. You know what I mean? So he's double sentenced. I was in prison with him, and this is a friend of mine from the streets. You know what I mean? And you know, to see these brothers, and they reach out to me all the time, but like, hey, bro, keep on telling our story, cause it's gonna reach somebody. Somebody gonna help us. You know what I'm saying? Vernon Bateman, and they've been in there 25 years for a rape he didn't commit. The witnesses turned around and said we lied. You know what I mean? But he's still in there. Anthony Walker, a murder he did not commit. So my question to you, what advice could you give me trying to get all my friends that's in prison that I know 100% they ain't do this?
Well, let me tell you, first of all, the resources that they have, don't deplete them. Because, you know, there's, like I said, we're out here trying to live and survive. So what I used to do was, I used to do my own research.
Right.
And the friends that I did have out, instead of writing and asking, you know what, I need money. You know what, come visit me. You know what, I need this. I would say, you know what, don't come see me. I don't need no money, but I need this research. Get it for me. You know what I'm saying? And utilize your resources in an intelligent way. And keep, like I said, I went to the library. Specifically for that reason. When I got to prison, I couldn't read or write, bro.
Right.
I learned how to read or write. I got 3 years of college.
That's what's
you know
up.
what I'm saying? I come out, I'm trying to do my associates and criminal justice, you know what I'm saying? But those are the steps that I would tell individuals. Utilize your sources, you know, to help you, not to wear your sources out.
Right.
Because, you know, people out here trying to live. But be persistent. I fought for, let me tell you, we had prominent attorneys. We had Ed Jensen. Ed Jensen represented R. Kelly and all these other people. He couldn't get me out. Charges nominal leg. I bonded out for $1 million. A week later, I'm back in prison with the same cop. You know, this cop has a history of literally killing people for finance. We got 57 cases. 61 cases recorded so far. Out of the 61, 27 cases have been overturned. So why hasn't Kim Fox, Anita Alvarez, and all them other individuals give a serious look at these issues? Yes, it is. It is. You know, but that's why we have to persist. But to answer your question, my brother, is tell them to be persistent. If they say no, persist.
Right.
I filed. They would deny me, I will appeal. I will appeal to another district. I'll appeal another district. But at the same time, I'm writing these law schools. These are my issues. And then when the law students with the attorneys will come and visit, I will go prepared. They would think I was crazy. I would come into attorney visit with folders. Look, this is this issue. This is all, you know, case sites and everything. This is this is this is it. Damn, you done all this from here? Yeah. You know why? Because I'm fighting for my freedom. Because I didn't do what I was convicted for. You see what I'm saying? So that's what you tell your brothers. You know what I'm saying? Do your research. If you need something, you know, out here it's an advantage. The way technology is now, everything's in the tip of the finger. You know? So I would tell you to say that to your brothers. Persist. Like I said, I fought for 15 years. We wasted all this money on lawyers. And I just got a good lawyer now. On my way out the door. Jennifer Bonjean, one of the top dogs.
They here?
Jennifer
Chicago?
Bonjean.
Jennifer Bonjean off of New York.
Okay.
She's a monster.
I need her information.
She's a monster. Even the judges, she shut.
Okay.
Man, look, she ain't hearing it.
She said, how did she spell her last name?
Bonjean, B-O-N-G,
Bonjean, yeah.
you know, and this lady picked up my case.
Bonjean.
Bonjean, yeah.
Did they take it bono?
Pro bono.
They did? Okay.
Yeah, and she what she does is review the cases.
Okay.
And if she sees that your case, she's gonna take it. And she'll waste her money, she don't care.
Okay.
But she's gonna fight. She got a lot of cases over
Just
there.
got somebody else just recently last
Yeah,
week.
she's all in the
My
news.
son happy for a lot of guys, him for
Yeah.
her, I mean, so many, and this guy that just got out just called me and said, man, thank you son for that.
Let me ask you a question. Do you do cases in Illinois?
So, I just,
Illinois?
we're gonna, I just wanna, I don't wanna
I'm
stop,
sorry, no.
so I want, like, commitment to let's further this conversation. But we're gonna have to wrap up because we have the second workshop that's gonna begin. But before we wrap up, there is a statement from another family who is here with us in this room, and they asked me to read this. Isaac Aiden was a 23-year-old college student who was expected to graduate this semester. He was also a banker and an entrepreneur. He owned his own home care business called Aiden X Home Care. He was murdered by 5 law enforcement officers in Eagan, Minnesota on July 2nd, 2019. This past Tuesday, the redacted footage was released to the public. The family is here but cannot publicly speak because of the wrongful death lawsuit, but wants to ask for support for not only Isaac, but also for Brian Quinones, who were both killed by 5 law enforcement officers from the same police departments 2 months apart. Both of these cases are both active and need all the support. So please write that down. So for especially, the question of what can I do, what can we do?
Where will the hearing date be published?
So I don't have that information and the family can't speak right now because of their suit. So I will, let's put that in our garden to grow so that we can find that information out and maybe have it shareable. There are a few other, I want to provide spaces for the families here to also share how you can concretely support them before we close up. And then I know Armanda, did you want to say something? Yeah. So I just want to time check. We have 2 minutes. So just keep in mind so that we can get everyone to share their very, very important ways of supporting each other. So here.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Arlene Shackelford. I'm the mother of Gerald Reed. We have a new organization that we have gotten together. The name of it is CFIS. We meet every second Saturday in the month at Trinity United Church of God. It is great. What we are trying to do is get the attention of the governor. And we want the governor to pardon all of the wrongfully convicted men and women that are locked up in prison.
Yes.
And we need that done immediately. My son, Joe Reed, his case is back in court, and his case has been back in court 7 years. He was given natural life for 2 murders, which they never had any evidence to prove that he did the crime. So to get him to sign the statement, they tortured him into signing that statement. They tortured him physically and mentally. And I'm listening to you all talk about your sons. That hurt. That really did hurt. To know that people that ride around on their car got a sign on their car that says we serve and protect. Who are you protecting?
Not us.
You're not protecting us.
Nope.
You're protecting each other.
Yep.
Because one thing I do know, because a retired police officer told me, he know that they have a code of silence.
Yeah.
And he said the thing that they do, they keep it among themselves. They know who's in their little clique. And they keep them that don't do that in their little clique. If you're not in it, you can't be around them. So he said he just couldn't take it anymore. Seeing the things that they were doing to people and how wrong it was. But you know who I blame? I blame the mayor, the governor, the people that's in authority over them. Because if you not saying that I'm wrong, you're giving me permission to continue to do what I'm doing because it's all right. You're not doing nothing to stop it. I have a problem with that. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I don't care who I am. And I should be stopped. Your son, he shouldn't have been hung. Your fiance shouldn't have been beaten like he had and dumped in a garbage can like he was garbage. Your friend, your husband, that was wrong. You don't have a life because they take it away from us. They have kidnapped all of our sons that are locked up in prison. They're kidnapped. But you know what? They got a ransom because the special prosecutors, they get their ransom money. They get paid $500 an hour. They have made over $6 million in 2 years. And they are refusing to let my son go. My son's case was overturned in December. On the 21st of December. The judge told all of us on the 19th of December, he would make his final decision on the 21st. And any side lawyers, both sides, if you don't agree, you can file an appeal. We come back on the 21st, he gave his final decision. He overturned my son's conviction. They still got him locked up in Cook County Jail with no conviction on him. Are refusing to give him a bond. Won't give him a bond. And the judge, we found out that the judge and the special prosecutor in the case, they've been knowing each other for years. They used to work together. The special prosecutor was the judge in the case was working for the special prosecutor. He was his boss. Because the special prosecutor was second in demand. And the state's attorney's office. So right now they shouldn't be working together.
That's right.
On nobody's case. And
Conflict of interest.
like you stated, Judge Henley said these two cases can't be on the same day.
Yeah.
My son's case getting too much attention.
Yes.
And that's my son. So he's not supposed to get no attention. You're supposed to just do him any kind of way. And I told my son, you can't say nothing. But my mouth is big.
Come on.
And you can't stop me. You cannot stop me. And I told my son, I said, you know what? I wish you had told me before you signed those papers that Detective Keel told you that I'm going to be sent to an early grade. Ain't but one person that can take me to an early grade, and that's God. And I'm still here. But you want to know where he's at? He's dead.
He's 6 feet up.
So don't ever judge anybody.
That's right.
Or say something about somebody, and God didn't give it to you.
That's
right.
But I would like anybody that's interested in our CFAS program, baby, it's good. Take my word for it, it is good. And also, with the Chicago Justice Center, we have a good one there too. And we meet on we meet the second Saturday with them at 641 West 63rd from 10 to 12. And on the third Saturday of every month, we meet for CFAS. And both of them are great. You know, I have gotten so much support, and I'm very grateful. And I encourage you all, baby, don't give up, because the fight is on, and we gonna win.
If we don't get it,
Shut it down.
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 All right, so we are past our 3:05 cutoff